8 hits for the Beacons off Gunaratne to go along with his 7 runs. DeCenso comes up empty. Gunaratne also walked 2. Of those 7 runs, 6 were earned. She struck out 6, including DeCenso twice. 1-1 from Vellucci is down low. This may be a preview of what we see in Game 2, or you may see Grace Coy, who's playing first base here in Game 1. Coy has made 6 starts today, or this season for Framingham State in the circle. May make her 7th in the second game. Vellucci misses low and away. Vellucci is a sophomore. She's from Tyngsboro, Massachusetts. There's ball 4, leadoff walk, winning run is aboard for the Beacons here in the bottom of the 5th. Let's see if the Beacons play small ball here. Try and get that winning run home. Sarah Harlinski, who has struck out and singled, will bat. Harlinski, good hitter to have up here in a bunting situation. She's a slap hitter, can handle the bat. Chance to beat out a bunt. Harlinski, slap bunting, missed. Strike 1. It's still a bunt situation for the Beacons. Vellucci. And it's 0-2. So now Sarah Harlinski will likely be swinging away. Trying to battle and do it with her bat. Harlinski takes high, 1-2 from Vellucci. DeCenso at first. If she scores, the game is over, and the Beacons take the opener of this doubleheader. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Vellucci. It's her first, 1 away. Lineup moves to Paulina. Taylor Paulina has singled and popped to second today. Scored one of the Beacons' 7 runs after singling in the 3rd. Paulina lines this off the pitcher's mitt, stops at second. That's where Pellin flips it in for the out. Score that a 1-4-6 fielder's choice. Paulina's aboard. Brings up Gigi Braga as the Beacons look to extend this inning, try to end the game in the 5th. Braga has been on base 3 times this game, 2 singles and a fielder's choice. She has scored all 3 times. Beacons' top of the order has been deadly today. Braga takes a strike. So Braga 2 for 3, 3 runs. Giovanna Bonilla 1 for 3, a run and an RBI. Roxy Vento 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Braga on the ground is short. Here's DeRochers just in, and she beats the speedy Braga to end the inning. Well played by Camille DeRochers, who's generally the catcher for Framingham State. Game will extend to the 6th with the Beacons ahead 7-0. We go to the 6th inning, 7-0 UMass Boston. Let's take a look around Beaconville as we start the 6th. Outdoor track and field competing at Smith College. Women's tennis is hosting Thomas College. Men's lacrosse is at UMass Dartmouth. Men's tennis at Castleton, and baseball hosting Plymouth State. That's all coming up this weekend around Beaconville. Have some defensive changes. We'll bring them to you as soon as we get them given to us. All right, one change. It's Kaylee Ruggiero into the game in the spot of Giovanna Bonilla. So Ruggiero is in. could lead off next inning. She moves to right field. And Paulina moves from right to center as Bonilla is out of the game for the time being. Some of the Beacon's top players getting removed from this game with the 7-0 lead as Natalie Ardagna looks to get them ready for game 2, and Beacons try to hold on here.
In the 2 spot, number 7, Hayley Ruggiero.
The first pitch to Kaylee Sherman is taken for ball 1. A strikeout and a hit by pitch for Sherman so far today against Jess Greenspan. Into her 6th inning of work, she pitched out of a bases-loaded jam last inning. Misses low on this pitch. First of 2 between the Beacons and the Rams on a breezy Thursday afternoon on the campus of UMass Boston, just off the bay. Off the end of the bat, back to Greenspan. Her throw in time to DeCenso, 1 down. It's a good thing Jess Greenspan fields her position well because she induces so many of those balls off the end of the bat. Makes her pretty busy. Layla Pepin will bat next. Pepin grounded out to second and bounced into a fielder's choice in her first 2 at-bats. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Greenspan starting with that first strike. A 1 on the ground is short. Braga to her left. This is a long throw on time. Gigi Braga was first-team All-Conference last year, not just for her bat, but because she is also a tremendous defensive shortstop. 2 up, 2 down quickly in the 6th.
Now batting number 17, the second baseman, Kamari Pelland.
First time we'll see Kamari Pelland to hit. She entered for Vic Ziner after the 4th inning. Ziner was 0 for 2. Pelland takes ball 1. Kamari Pelland is 4 for 9 with 3 runs this season. Pelland takes a strike on the inside corner. Kamari Pelland, freshman from Fitchburg, Massachusetts, out of Fitchburg High School. Grounder left of third and left of the diving Bellotta, hit hard but foul. So 2 strike count to Kamari Pelland. Here it comes. Off the plate, ball 2. Greenspan looking to breeze through the 6th, and the Beacons will have 2, 3, 4 in the order due up in the bottom of the 6th, trying to put the game away, already up 7. Off the end of the bat, right back to Greenspan. It is her second 1-2-3 inning of this game. Beacons again need just a run, leading 7-0 through 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Beacons need 1 to win it. And the leadoff batter here in the 2 spot, batting for Giovanna Bonilla, is Kaylee Ruggiero, the freshman from Southbury, Connecticut. Ruggiero hitting at .227 this year, 5 for 22. This is her 13th game of her freshman season. She takes ball one. Bonilla was 1 for 3 in this game, a single and a run, drove in a run as well in the fourth inning. There's ball two. Does look like Ali Diute will bat for herself as well, as she replaced Roxy Vento behind the plate a couple innings ago. Big swing and a foul ball. It's a healthy cut from Ruggiero. Brings the count to 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch from Marissa Vellucci in her second inning of relief work. Worked around a leadoff walk in the fifth to get the next three and extend the game to the sixth inning. Two. Swing and a miss. She went around. So Vellucci picks up her second strikeout, one down to the sixth. First at bat today for Ali Diute.
The catcher, number 11, Ali Diute.
Diute, one of the two Diute twins, along with her sister Gigi from Braintree, Massachusetts. And she swings through strike one. Braintree, another school with a similar color scheme. Don't have to swap out the blue and white. Diute is 3 for her first 12 at the college level. Foul tips this one. It's hard to find a lot of playing time as a catcher right now with Roxy Vento in her senior season, but the playing time will be there starting next year. Wide open for Diute. There's a swing and a miss, strike three. 2 quick strikeouts from Marissa Vellucci. Brings up the cleanup batter, Ari Bellata, who doubled and was stranded on third back in the fourth. Ground out, line out, and double for Bellata. She takes the ball. So she's now 20 for 34 on the season. The math, that's still right around a 600 batting average. Off the end of the bat, falling quickly into the corner. Fair ball, almost a carbon copy of Bellata's last at bat, her second double. So Ari Bellata in scoring position. She represents the winning run. Could come home on a base hit from Kelly Danahy. Danahy's grounded out to first, walked and hit a sacrifice fly to right for her 11th RBI of the season. Vellucci's first pitch to Danahy is a strike. If we do make it to the top of the seventh, it'll be 9-1-2 for Framingham State. Dick, DeRosiers, and Moody. Lined up the middle, past the diving DeRosiers. Bellata at third on her way home. Here comes the throw. She is safe, and the ball game's over. Beacons win 8-0 in 6. So UMass Boston wins the opener to move to 13-9. Framingham State falls to 7-10. The win goes to Jess Greenspan. She's 10-3. Kelsey Gunaratne falls to 4-6. 8-0 win for the Beacons in 6. We'll be back in about 20 minutes' time with game number 2 next on the Beacons Broadcast Network. Back at the Clark Athletic Center, the Beacon Softball Stadium. Game 2 of the doubleheader between Framingham State and UMass Boston. Beacon's looking for a sweep. They took game 1 8-0 behind a complete game from Jess Greenspan. 3 RBIs from Roxy Vento. Been spotlighting Beacons all season long. Been great to get to know them. Today we're going to spotlight Kira Pressmack and her love of theater and how she has been able to stay involved with that throughout her softball career.
I became interested in theater when I was around 10 years old. I was like in fourth grade. I did my first commercial for Capri Sun. And from then on, I just started doing things in tech, in the technical world of theater. And then I started doing things on stage when I was in about fifth or sixth grade. And then when I got to middle school, I was just straight doing theater and sports only. And in high school is when I really got into choreography. I choreographed a couple musicals in high school. I was also 4-time Best Actress for my UIL show. And so I stopped doing theater when I got to college to focus on softball because I knew it was going to be a big commitment. And then my love for it just returned this past semester. I was a stage manager for our first show in the fall, and then I was an actor for the second show. And now this semester, as I'm in my season, I am assistant directing the school play that we have this semester as well. Our first show in the fall was called New Voices, New Stories, and it's a compilation of plays written by students here at the school. And I auditioned for both New Voices and Student Body, which was the second show. And I got casted in the second show, and they said they needed an extra stage manager or assistant stage manager. For the first one, I was like, sure, why not? I've never had the experience, and I thought it would be a really great one. So that was that process. And throughout the stage manager process, it was really I think I signed up for something that I really wasn't prepared for. But at the end of the day, it was a really, really good experience. I'm glad I even got the chance to do it because now I have the knowledge that I need to know if I ever have to do it again. But I was still going to practice and lift. So I had rehearsal for about 4 hours every night when I was stage managing. And then I had a little break from stage managing and in the show I was acting in. And when I first got to the first rehearsal, I was ecstatic. I had felt so much nostalgia from stage managing because I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to be running lines. I wanted to be doing blocking. And then when we first got there and did the first read through and talked about our characters, did character development, oh, I was so happy. I was more than happy. I don't even have words to explain it. My goal for theater right now, since I'm an EHS major and a theater minor, I think I just want to keep doing it and keep doing it because it's something that I love and just continuing to find opportunities to be a part of something great and a part of something so creative and just great experience overall to be a part of. I think after I graduate, I still want to continue doing it while working. I haven't decided yet, but I definitely think it's going to be something, a part of my life forever.
Back at the Clark Athletic Center, we are set for game number 2 of the doubleheader between the Framingham State Rams and UMass Boston Beacons. Bill Spalding, glad to be with you. Beacons took game 1 8-0 to move to 13-9 on the season and drop Framingham State to 7-10. Let's run you through the starting lineups. We'll start with visiting Framingham State. Cam DeRocher's back at catcher. She leads things off. Michaela Moody plays shortstop, bats second. Grace Coy will pitch this game. She bats third. Farrah Adam plays first base, bats fourth. Layla Pepin is the center fielder, batting fifth. Kirsten Dick plays third base, hits sixth. Kaylee Sherman in right field, bats seventh. Camry Pellin gets the start in left field, batting eighth, and hitting ninth is Vic Ziner, the second baseman. For UMass Boston, the Beacons send out shortstop Gigi Braga. Giovanni Bonilla, the center fielder, hits second. Roxy Vento, the DP, bats third. Then it's Ari Bellata, the cleanup batter, playing third base. Kelly Danahy, the second baseman, bats fifth. Some changes to the bottom third of the order. Cassidy Gaeta starts in game 2, plays first base, hits sixth. Kira Pressmack plays left field starting game 2. She bats seventh. In the 8th spot, it's the right fielder Drew Washington, who also did not play in game 1. And batting ninth and catching, Ali Diuti, who came in relief of Vento with the Beacons ahead 7-0 in game number 1. The pitcher for UMass Boston is Hayley Catania, the freshman from Amesbury, Massachusetts. 10 games, 9 starts for Catania. She's 3-4 with a 3.64 ERA. She's pitched 59 and 2/3 innings, given up 78 hits, 21 walks. She has struck out 24. So Catania for UMass Boston against Coy for Framingham State. Beacons looking to sweep the doubleheader in the regular season for the second straight year. Remember, though, the Beacons did fall in the NCAA tournament to Framingham State, so trying to complete the payback. Again, the numbers on Catania out of Amesbury, Mass. 3-4, 3.64 ERA. Opponents hitting .310 against her. Pitches to contact has only walked 21 and struck out 24 in nearly 60 innings of work. DeRozers did not have a hit in Game 1. She entered this series hitting .386 on the season. Remember, she moved to shortstop after the injury to Lauren Salisbury, who is not in the lineup for Game 2. Back to catcher here, and DeRozers takes a first pitch strike from Catania. Hayley Catania pitched at Amesbury High School, started Game 2 of the doubleheader. UMass Dartmouth on Tuesday. Beacons ended up losing that one to split the doubleheader. In the air, left field. Pressmack started back, now comes in and puts it away for out number 1. With that wind blowing in from left, it's going to take an absolute rocket to carry in left field. And even then, the rocket might be blown out of the sky. That's how strong the wind is from left. Michaela Moody is next. Moody had 2 hits in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Sitting at 184 on the season coming in. Rise ball is high. Framingham State had won 5 of 7 before Game 1 of the doubleheader, so trying to salvage the split here in Game 2. That's low. Well, let's see their outstanding pitcher, Kelsey Gunnarothny, in Game number 2 after she gave up 7 runs in 4 innings in Game 1. There's a strike on the outside corner. Beacons were able to get to Gunnarothny better than most. Led by Roxy Vento's 3 RBIs and Gigi Braga's 3 runs scored. 2-1 count. Pitch is low from Catania to Moody, who has been a pest today getting on base out of that number 2 spot. Here's a 3-1 from the freshman Catania. That's a called strike, and it runs the count to 3-2. Catania's 3-2 pitch. Grounded foul. Umpires flip in Game 2, so Arnie Walkin is behind the plate, and David Maestri has gone out into the field. Seventh pitch of the at-bat to Moody is fought off. Moody doing a nice job spoiling off the tough pitches, waiting for one to drive. She'll see an 8th pitch of the at-bat. First pitch came at 5:15 in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Probably have about hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours of daylight left. Beacons won Game 1 in about an hour and 45 minutes with the 6-inning 8-0 win. Eighth pitch of the at-bat to Moody coming. On the ground is short. Going to be a tough play for Braga. No chance against a slap hitter. It's an infield single. 3rd hit today for Michaela Moody. Now Grace Coyle looked to help herself. Starting pitcher for Framingham State. She bats in the 3-hole. Coy, a .370 hitter, entering today with 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. First pitch strike from Catania. Coy fights that off, foul, inside-out swing. Quickly 0-2. So Catania up in the count here, chance to entice Coy to fish. The 1-2 in the air, foul and out of play. 3-4 record for Catania in her 9 starts this year. On the ground is short. Braga steps on the bag for one. On to first to double play. 6-3 double play. It ends the top of the first. No runs, one a hit, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Framingham State, nothing. Beacons coming to bat. What defense by Braga, who has been so good for UMass Boston defensively throughout her career. She'll lead things off to start the bottom of the first as well. The Beacons send up a lineup that looks like this. Gigi Braga plays shortstop, leads off. Giovanni Bonilla, the center fielder, bats second. Roxy Vento, designated player today, hits third. Ari Bellata, the third baseman, bats fourth. Kelly Danahy, the second baseman, hits fifth. Cassidy Gaeta will bat in the sixth spot. She's followed by Kira Pressmack, the left fielder, batting seventh. In the eighth spot, it's Drew Washington playing right, and Ali Diuti catching in this game. That's ninth. You got good hitters spread all throughout the lineup for the Beacons here in this game. The pitcher in game two for Framingham State is Grace Coy. For Coy, this is her 7th start of the season. She is 1-4 with a 4.60 ERA. 2 saves as well for Coy. 35 innings pitched. She's given up 46 hits, walked 14, and struck out 13. Coy, a freshman, making a sophomore out of Mendon, Massachusetts. The sophomore Grace Coy will face junior Gigi Braga. Defense for Framingham State behind Coy. Camry Telland is in left field. Layla Pepin in center. Kaylee Sherman in right. Kirsten Dick at third. Michaela Moody at short. Vic Ziner at second. Farrah Adam at first. And Cam DeRogers is behind the plate. Gigi Braga was on base 3 times in game one. Braga had 2 singles. She scored 3 runs. 2 for 4 day overall for Braga, who is now 6 for her last 9. She takes up and in for a ball. 6 for her last 9 plus 2 walks, so on base 8 of her last 11 plate appearances. 1-0 from Coy, up out of the zone. These Framingham State pitchers like to work up in the zone, which is just a little bit different. Can be unsettling because so often pitchers try to live low. A 2-0 pitch is also high and tight. 3-0 to Braga. Coy to the plate. There's strike one. Braga, Bonilla, and Vento to start things off for the Beacons here. Bottom one, they won 8-0 in game one today. And Braga walks. 5-pitch walk starts the bottom of the first. The speedster aboard for the Beacons. Giovanna Bonilla is next. She was 1 for 3, drove in a run with a single and scored a run in the Beacons' 8-0 game one win. Entered today hitting at .486. She takes a strike from Coy. Top of the Beacon order combined for 4 RBIs, top 3 in the order, and 4 runs scored in game one. Bonilla takes low. Beacons trying to jump out early, maintain that momentum from that 8-0 game one win. On the ground, slowly the pitcher. Going to be a tough play, and Bonilla's safe. Not even a chance to throw for Coy. The patented swinging bunt is an infield single. 2 on, nobody out for Roxy Vento. This has the recipe of a big inning. Vento had a single, a triple. She drove in 3. She also walked in game 1. With her 2-for-2 game 1, she is now 37 for 73. So Vento is hitting above 500, entering the 23rd game of the season for the Beacons. With those 3 RBIs, she's up to 27 on the season. Vento hits it hard back to the pitcher. Coy goes to third and gets the lead runner. Smooth play by Grace Coy, 1 away. Ari Bellotto will bat. She had back-to-back doubles to end game number 1. Scored the game-winning run in the bottom of the 6th. 2 for 4 day for Bellotto, so she is now hitting 21 for 35 and even 600 on the season. Runners going on a double steal, and everybody's safe. Bonilla takes third, Vento to second. Was a called strike on Bellotto. And 21 of 35, even 600 on the season in her 13th game of the year. Here's an 0-1 to Bellotto. Called a strike, it's 0-2. It's a big confidence boost to get that last out for Coy on Vento. Trying to take out the 3 and 4 hitters back-to-back and have a chance to escape this inning unscathed. Bellotto on the ground. This will score the run. The shortstop Moody throws to third in time to get the middle runner. RBI fielder's choice for Ari Bellotto. It scores Bonilla. Vento is retired on the 6-5 play. Ari Bellotto's 11th RBI of the season. He can score a run in the first for the second straight game. Up comes Kelly Danahy. Danahy single scored Bellotto to end the game via the 8-run rule in the 6th inning of game 1. Also had a sacrifice fly, 2 RBIs in game 1, up to 12 on the season. "1-0 from Coy is a called strike. Ball on a strike to the sophomore Danahy. Danahy out of Silver Lake Regional High School, Kingston, Mass. 1-1 in the air, shallow left. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop Moody going out. Instead, the left fielder Pellin coming in puts it away and ends the first. Beacons get 1. They do it on 1 hit, 1 walk, leave a runner aboard. We head to the second, 1-0 Beacons on the Beacons Broadcast Network. We go to the top of the second. UMass Boston leading game 2 of the doubleheader 1-0 after the first. An RBI ground out from Ari Bellotto scored Giovanna Bonilla. 4-5-6 for Framingham State. They did have a hit in the first inning, but Michaela Moody was erased from the base paths on a double play to end the first. So the cleanup batter, Farrah Adam, is next. Playing first base in game 2 of the doubleheader. She was the designated player in game 1. First pitch strike from Hayley Catania. Freshman right-hander from Amesbury, Massachusetts, the Cape Ann League Player of the Year last year. 4 straight Cape League championships with her Amesbury High School team. Slow hit right back to her. Catania fields. 1 down. Important start for Catania here to build some confidence heading into Saturday's conference doubleheader against Eastern Connecticut State. So far, she's been starting almost every game 2 of the doubleheader after Jess Greenspan starts game 1. 5-hole hitter is the center fielder Layla Pepin, entering this doubleheader hitting at .362. Pepin's moved up in the order with the injury to Salisbury. Lawrence Salisbury seemed to hurt her left knee in the 5th inning of game 1, not in the lineup in game 2. A 2-0 count to Pepin. Catania splits the plate in half for a strike, 2-1. In the air, left field. Pressmack going back, still on the move, settles underneath it and puts it away. That was wind aided because Pepin smoked it. 2 down. Three in a row retired by Catania. Brings up Kirsten Dick. Dick was in the 9-hole in game 1. She also entered this doubleheader hitting above 500. There's a strike. Beg your pardon, hitting above 300, hitting .317 on the season entering. On the ground, foul left of third. Well hit. Quickly 0-2 to Kirsten Dick. Tough hitters shadows right now. Pitcher still in the light. The hitters in the shadows. Though by next inning, the pitcher and the hitters should be fully in the shadows. Pitch up and out off speed. 1-2. Now the 1-2 rises up for a ball, 2-2. Already 2 down in this inning as well. Deacons lead 1-0. Game 2 of the doubleheader. A non-conference double dip in between 2 conference doubleheaders. Split with UMass Dartmouth Tuesday. Play Eastern Connecticut State on the road Saturday. Two. It's just high and the count runs full. So from 0-2 down, Kirsten Dick is running this count back. Catania's 3-2. Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Hayley Catania. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the frame, 1-0 Beacons. Oh, no. We go to the bottom of inning number 2 on the Beacons Broadcast Network. Bill Spalding, glad to be with you. 1-0 UMass Boston leads Framingham State, looking to sweep the doubleheader. Beacons' second turn against Grace Coy, 6-7-8 for UMass Boston. Cassidy Gata, Kira Pressmack, and Drew Washington. For all three, their first at-bats of the doubleheader did not play in Game 1. They all start Game 2. The sophomore from North Reading, Gata, leads things off.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning, the first baseman, number 22.
Hitting .211 on the season, 8 for 38 with a home run and 8 RBIs. Gata takes first pitch strike. Four-time All-League player at North Reading High School, majors in business administration here at UMass Boston. Sophomore pitcher Grace Coy to the plate. Off the fist, right back to Coy, one down. Good job getting that inside. We'll bring up Kira Pressmack. Pressmack's been good this year. In 16 games, 14 starts. She's hitting it .310, 13 for 42. Also has 3 stolen bases.
The left fielder, number 12, Kira Pressmack.
Pressmack takes back a butt. Ball 1. And run a couple balls down and left already today, including a good ranging catch in the sun. Last frame. Pressmack loops it over the top of the shortstop, Moody. It's a base hit. Well done by Kira Pressmack. One out base runner for the Beacons. Brings up the sophomore Drew Washington, making her 3rd start of the season. Washington is 1 for 8 on the year. Good chance for Drew to get an at-bat here. Sophomore out of Bordentown, New Jersey. It's a strike about as high as it'll go in the zone, 0-1. Here's an 0-1 pitch, rising high, runner going, throw is on time, and gets Pressmack. Quick trigger from Cam DeRozier's. 2 down. Camille DeRozier's with a gun. Now the 1-1 to Washington. Swings through it, 1-2. Could turn into a quick one for Grace Coy. That's inside for a ball. Washington looking for her 2nd hit of the year. Fouls back. Here comes another 2-2. Fouled off. Washington battling Coy. She'll see a 7th pitch of this at-bat. Another 2-2. Is down low. It's 3-2. So here comes the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Washington, who has worked Coy here with 2 down. In the air, right center field, long run in, and Kaylee Sherman's there. That does it for the second. Coy faces the minimums. The Beacons get one hit, but Pressmax caught stealing. We go to the third, still 1-0 UMass Boston. We move to the top of the third. So far through two, Hayley Catania, the freshman, has faced the minimum, allowing one hit. Had a double play behind her. Had a 1-2-3 second. She's retired 4 in a row. 7-hole hitter Kaylee Sherman is next. Sherman entered this doubleheader, hitting at .279 on the season with a home run. Catania starts her with ball one. Shadows continue to make their way out over the field now, basically all the way to the rubber. Ball two. And temperatures continue to drop now into the mid-40s. Wind still whipping off the water behind us. There's a strike from Catania. Still has not walked anybody through 2 innings. Here comes the 2-1. Misses down and in to run the count to 3-1 to the leadoff hitter in the third. Now a 3-1 pitch. Off the fists over the pitcher. Tough play. Braga. Catch, throw, got her. Gigi Braga showing off the range. One down. He's made some really strong plays at short throughout this doubleheader. There's another one to lead off the third. Brings up Camry Pellin starting game 2 in left field. Pellin first pitch swinging out to center. Easy for Giovanna Bonilla, 2 away. Hayley Catania pitching to contact, and it's paying off. The defense solid behind her. She's retired 6 straight. Vic Ziner is next. Catania starts Ziner with a strike. Vic Ziner was 0 for 2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Now 13 for 39 on the season, a .333 average. Line, left field, hooking out of play. Another 0-2, foul back. All freshman battery for the Beacons with Catania and Diuti. The 0-2. In the air, shallow center. Bonilla coming in and puts away another 1-2-3 inning. Catania has retired 7 straight. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Beaks. Bottom of the third in Beaconville, 1-0 UMass Boston. Game 2 of a doubleheader with Framingham State. Beacon's looking to sweep it. They took game 1 8-0 in 6. 9-1-2 for UMass Boston to start the third. Hayley Catania, the freshman from Braintree, catching in game 2 of this doubleheader.
The catcher, number 11, Hayley Catania.
Diuti is now 3 for 13 on the season. Was 0 for 1 in game 1. And she takes low. Former Womp of Braintree, the Braintree Womps, one of the more unique nicknames in Massachusetts high school sports. Strike on the outside corner. Strong athletic programs in Braintree, particularly their high school girls basketball team, which is a multiple-time state champion. 1-1 to Diuti. In the air, shallow center. Pepin in, the shortstop Moody goes back and makes the catch. 1 down. We'll flip the lineup over to Gigi Braga, who walked back in the first. Braga on base 4 times in the doubleheader now. She has scored 3 runs. It's 2 doubleheaders in a row where she's really set the table well. Drops down a good bunt. Coy Fields throws, not in time. Infield single, Gigi Braga. Now 7 for her last 10. She's aboard, 1 away, and Giovanna Bonilla, who's 2 for 4 in the doubleheader, will bat. Bonilla singled and scored back in the first, the only run of game 2.
The center fielder, number 5, Giovanna Bonilla.
First pitch ball to Bonilla. With her 2 for 4 today, her average continues to climb. She is now 37 for 74. She is at 500 on the season. Same 37 for 74 as Roxy Vento, who will bat next. Bonilla takes low. Here's a 2-0 delivery, rising high. Three balls, no strikes to Giovanni Bonilla. Strike 1. Coy trying to work her way back, 1 down. Don't want to put 2 on for Vento and Bellata, who follow. Bonilla hard on the ground is second. Ziner bobbles, no chance. It's an error on second baseman Vic Ziner, allowing Bonilla to reach. 2 on, 1 away in the third. Beacons trying to add to their 1-0 lead. Brings up Roxy Vento, hit into a fielder's choice back in the first. Vento now 2 for 3 on the day, 3 RBIs back in game 1 of the doubleheader. Takes first pitch ball from Coy. Slides inside, 2-0 to Vento. Roxy reaches to load the bases. Ari Bellata is next, 2 for 5 on the day. Vento hits it hard at second. Ziner gloves. This one goes the short way to first for out number 2. Braga to third, Bonilla to second. See if Ari Bellata can pick up a clutch hit and put UMass Boston ahead by 3. Bellata's ground ball back in the first drove in the game's only run, her 11th RBI of the season. 2 for 5 on the day with 2 doubles. Both came back in game 1. Coy misses low. Bellata hits this to right, fairly deep, and it's well played. Kaylee Sherman runs it over and tracks it down. Beacons leave 2 aboard on a hit and an error. We go to the 4th, still 1-0, UMass Boston. Here's what's coming up for the Beacons. Big conference double headers ahead. Eastern Connecticut State on Saturday on the road. University of Southern Maine on Tuesday on the road. And then home non-conference a week from today versus Lesley University for a 3:30 and 5:30 doubleheader. Beacons looking to sweep this doubleheader. They lead 1-0 heading to the 4th. Hayley Catania faced the minimum through the first 3, allowed 1 hit. That Michaela Moody single was erased on a double play. She's retired the last 7 she's faced. Back to the top of the order, and Camille DeRochers. DeRochers flew out to left. The first of 2 fly balls hit to Kiera Pressmack in the first 3 innings. This is a liner to left, hooking and foul. Just left of the line for strike 1. The DeRochers got all over that pitch. Framingham State still looking for its first run of the day. Did not score in a 6-inning, 8-0 loss in game 1. So we're now 9 innings in. This is the 10th time up for the Rams without a run. Jess Greenspan pitched the complete game shutout for the Beacons in game 1. 0-2, popped up. Pressmack coming in. Braga going back, and it's the shortstop taking control. Gigi Braga puts it away for out number 1. It's not to say Framingham State hasn't had their chances today. In game 1, they twice left 2 on base, and they once left the bases loaded. Haven't had anywhere near the chances yet in game 2. Don't even have a runner in scoring position yet. Michaela Moody has 3 hits today, including the only hit in game 2, a single. She ended up being doubled off on a ground ball to short. Strike one to Moody. Grounder at third. Bellotta gloves. Not much time to waste. Her throw is in time to get Moody. Had to be perfect against the slap hitter. 2 down. That's 9 in a row retired by Catania. Now the pitcher, Grace Coy, who hit into a double play with a grounder to short. Led to a 6-3 double play back in the first. Strike on the outside corner from Catania. Great outing so far from Hayley Catania. Pitching to contact, hasn't walked anybody, has only struck out one. Off the end of the bat, out to fairly deep left. Pressmack into the gap, makes the running catch, and ends the inning. It's a 3-up, 3-down fourth. Kira Pressmack's been busy out and left at the midway point. 1-0 UMass Boston.
No hits, no errors, and 0 left on base.
Yeah, it was well done. How stupid is this? We go to the bottom of the fourth. Pitchers duel brewing game 2. A doubleheader. Beacons won game 1. 8-0. They lead Framingham State 1-0 in game 2. 5-6-7 for UMass Boston versus Grace Coy. Coy has pitched around some trouble. She's given up 3 hits. She has also walked 1, and her teammates have made an error behind her through the first 3 innings, but she's allowed just the 1 run. Kelly Danahy flew out to left field back in the first. She bats here to start the fourth. First pitch low from Coy. Framingham State dives back into conference action on the weekend. They'll take on Westfield State. Slow grounder bounces off Danahy for a strike. Danahy in high school, a state finalist at Silver Lake Regional, 2-time Patriot League All-Star. On the ground is second. That's Ziner. 1 down. Grace Coy pitching pretty well. Working her way through a Beacon order that touched up the ace, Gunnar Athna, for 8 runs in game 1. Cassidy Gaeta next. Popped up to the pitcher. She was jammed back in the second, her first at bat of the day. Takes a strike on the outside corner here. Gaeta, Pressmack, and Washington, the next 3, all starting in game 2 after not playing in game 1. Gaeta lays off the high fastball, 1-1. The 1-1 drops low. Beacon's laying off the junk so far against Coy. Haven't chased out of the zone. No strikeouts yet for Coy today. Here's a 2-1. On the ground at second, it's Ziner once more. Clean field and throw, 2 down. Back-to-back groundouts to second to start the fourth. Second at bat of the day for Kira Pressmack. Pressmack singled over the shortstop back in the second inning.
Number 12, Kira Pressmack.
So she's 1 for 1 on the day, up to 14 for 43 on the season. That's nearly 333. Pressmack takes strike 1. Third baseman Kirsten Dick playing way in, guarding against the slap. 0-1 flared away. It's 0-2. Coy looking for her second inning facing the minimum. She had a 1-2-3 second, though Pressmack reached and was eventually caught stealing. Two strikes swinging from Pressmack to fight off a high fastball. Count stays at 0-2. Pressmack in the air to left field. Oh, good catch by the shortstop Moody, who's had a heck of a day today. Moody runs it down. It's a 1-2-3 fourth. Quickly moving to the fifth. 1-0 Beacons.
For UMass Boston, now playing in left field, number 4, Brittany Burkett.
We move to the top of the fifth. Defensive change for the Beacons. Brittany Burkett is into the game, taking over for Kira Pressmack. She'll play left field. So Burkett in. Freshman out of Pittsfield, Massachusetts. 1-0 Beacons as we head to the top of inning number 5. That lone Beacon run came back in the first. It's been all that Hayley Catania's needed. She's retired 10 in a row and faced the minimum 12 batters to get 12 outs. Farrah Adam leads off. The cleanup batter takes strike 1. Adam hit a weak ground out to first back in the second. Only base runner today for Framingham State was Michaela Moody, who singled in the first. The next pitch was a double play. Liner foul to right, 0-2. Oh-2 from Catania. In the air to left. The ball finds you when you get into the game. Burkett puts it away, out number 1. Without fail, you come into the game, ball's going to hit to you pretty quickly. Uppercut makes the catch. That is the fourth fly out to left in just 4 1/3 innings for Framingham State. Left fielders have been busy. Layla Pepin is next. She has one of those flyouts to left, to deep left back in the second. Catania misses high. Catania's 1-0. It is called a strike. That's at the letters, 1-1. (1-1) to Pepin is in the dirt, 2-1. Pepin, one of 3 freshmen starting today for Framingham State. Again, they only had the one senior in the starting lineup in Game 1, Salisbury, and she does not play in Game 2. Popped foul. It gets out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Catania working on Pepin. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Way out of the zone. Count is full. Still just a 1-0 game, so it's tying run at the plate. In the 5th. 3-2. In the air to right. That's where Drew Washington patrols and puts it away for the second out. That's 12 straight retired by Catania.
Third baseman number 7, Kirsten Dick.
Kirsten Dick will hit. She struck out swinging back in the second. The only strikeout today for Catania, who's trusting her outfield. A lot of fly ball outs, but not all that many hard hit. First pitch to Dick is a strike at the knees. Hard fastball in for a strike, 0-2. What an outing for the freshman Catania. Here she comes to the plate. Off speed, on the ground, Braga Fields throws. Got her on a bang-bang play from the hole. That is 13 straight retired by Hayley Catania. Another 3-up, 3-down inning. To the bottom of the 5th we go, 1-0 Beacons. Had ourselves quite the pitchers duel. To the bottom of the 5th we go. UMass Boston leads Framingham State 1-0. Bill Spalding with you on the Beacons Broadcast Network. Beacons won Game 1 at 8-0. Grace Coy has given up just 1 run on only 3 hits through 4 innings, but for her right now, she'd be the pitcher of record on the losing end because Hayley Catania has given up just 1 base runner, 1 single back in the 1st. So Catania slightly getting the upper hand of Coy. Both pitchers have been great. For the Beacons, Drew Washington leads off in the 8-hole. First pitch swinging, smokes it at second, straight to Ziner. That was hammered, maybe the hardest hit ball of the game. Loud out 1. Ali Diuti is next. Popped up to short in the third. Then it'll be the top of the order in Gigi Braga. Diuti, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. Third at bat of the day for Diuti. She had one at bat in game one, struck out, hit that pop-up in game two, getting good innings behind the plate here in this second game of the doubleheader. Rises high for a ball, 1-1. Good pitch from Coy, outside corner, knee high, 1-2. Been one of the best outings of the season so far for Grace Coy, and she's done it without striking out a batter. Like these two pitchers giving you the clinic that you don't need to strike out batters to have success. Just one combined strikeout, now two between the two of them, and they've given up just one run and 4 hits over 5. First strikeout for Coy. Lineup flips over for a third time for the Beacons and Gigi Braga.
Now batting number 3, Gislaine Braga.
Braga has walked and singled today. And she takes a strike on the inside corner. Braga's played some solid defense at short today. A couple long throws, including one to end last inning from the hole. Oh, that was self-defense as that pitch rode inside on her, and she fights it off, 0-2. Well, once again, Grace Coy has a chance to get right through this inning, basically unscathed. It's called strike. So the last pitch was a ball. I thought it had bounced off Braga's bat. So 1-2 to Gigi Braga. Talked about the streak that Catania has. On the flip side, 7 straight retired right now by Grace Coy. Braga fights this one off. Gigi on the day is 3 for 5. Also has a walk, so continuing her good doubleheader performances. She was 4 for 5 in the last doubleheader against UMass Dartmouth. Braga takes wide. Insurance run would be big here for the Beacons if they can manufacture something. Braga watches that one go wide, runs the count full. Here comes the full count pitch. Lined at short and snagged. 2 loud outs in the inning. 2 smoked balls, 1 to Ziner and 1 to Moody. Nothing to show for it. We go to the 6th, still 1-0 Beacons. It has been the best outing of Hayley Catania's freshman and college career for UMass Boston. She's pitched 5 innings, given up just 1 hit. She has retired 13 straight and faced the minimum 15 through 5. 7, 8, 9 in the order for the Rams. Beacons trying to sweep the doubleheader, get to 14-9 heading into a big conference matchup Saturday against Eastern Connecticut State. First pitch to Sherman is a strike. Sherman grounded to short back in the 3rd. Catania's pitched well to contact, a lot of first pitch strikes. Just the 1 strikeout, no walks. Induced a lot of fly ball outs. This could be another one. Fly ball, right field, Washington over. She makes the catch in fair territory right along the line. Camry Pellant will bat next. Flew out to center in the 3rd. Catania starts with a pitch just low. Camry Pellant, the freshman, starting in Game 2. She came in off the bench in Game 1. Just swing and a miss. Good pitch from Catania. Beacons pitchers have gone 11 1/3 innings without allowing a run today. Jess Greenspan in Game 1, and now Hayley Catania in Game 2. Drop ball is low. Ball and a strike. Off the end of the bat to right field, falling quickly. Washington ranging over, makes the catch. Lunging out, there's 2 down. Taking extra bases away. Boy, the defense from the Beacons has been so good today, be it Pressmack early in the game in left, Washington with play in right, and the shortstop defense from Braga. Beacons have retired 15 straight, led by Catania. 17 outs, only taken her 17 batters. First pitch to Zyder is a strike. Again, just 1 base runner, Michaela Moody's first inning single, and then she was doubled off on a 6-3 double play the following pitch. Off the end of the bat, shallow center, Braga's there. It's another 1-2-3 inning with 3 fly balls, 16 in a row for Catania. Heck of a play by Washington. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-0. UMass Boston looking for some insurance. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-0 Beacons. Meat of the order, 2-3-4, Bonilla, Vento, and Bellata. The pitchers today have combined to allow 4 hits. Grace Coy, 5 innings for Framingham State, 1 run on 3 hits. Hayley Catania for UMass Boston, 6 innings, no runs, 1 hit. What a battle it has been. Giovanna Bonilla singled and scored the game's only run back in the 1st. She is 1 for 2, also reached on an error. One 0 to Bonilla. Lays off. It's high, 2-0. Looking ahead to the 7th, it'll be the top of the order. DeRozier's, Moody, and Coy. So again, the Beacons could use some insurance. There's a called strike. Two one on the way. And fouled off 2-2 to Giovanna Bonilla. 2 for 5 overall in the doubleheader for Bonilla. Scored a couple of runs and drove in one as well. Bonilla lines it at third. Wow, 3 of the last 4 outs have been smoked to 3 different infielders. Kirsten Dick grabs this one. Roxy Vento bat next after a 2 for 2 game 1 with 3 RBIs. She's 0 for 2 in game 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice and then grounded out to second. First pitch swinging, it's fouled away. And up off the windows. Those are solid windows. You don't have to worry about any damage up there. Oh, 1 from Grace Coy, who's pitched admirably today, keeping Framingham State in it. And just not getting any run support at all. One. Misses inside. It is 2-1. Vento out in front, tips it foul, 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch, in tight, ball 3. So full count to Vento. 8 in a row retired by Coy. Until now, a wrap single from Roxy Vento is back to 500 on the season with a 3 for 5 day. First Beacon base runner since the 3rd. First base runner for either side since the 3rd. A pinch run for Vento here. Beacon send out Sarah Harlinski. So Harlinski will get Vento off her feet.
First base, number 19, Sarah Harlinski.
And Ari Bellata will bat. Bounced into a fielder's choice to drive in the only run of this game back in the first. Bellata also flew out to right. That hit from Vento, only the Beacon's 4th of game 2, yet they still lead 1-0.
Now batting the third baseman, number 13, Ari Bellata.
First pitch strike on the outside corner. Bellata 2 for 6 during this doubleheader. 2 doubles in game 1. Hammers this into left for a sharp hit. After the Beacons had gone hitless over the last 3 innings, back-to-back singles from Vento and Bellata. Harlinski to second, Bellata to first, as UMass Boston looks for some insurance in the bottom of the 6th. Good chance for Kelly Danahy, who drove in a run to end game 1, 8-0 in 6. 0 for 2 in game 2, a fly out and a ground out. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Line drive into center field, base hit. It's bobbled in center. Harlinski coming home. She scores. Bellotta to second. Danahy on to first. Give her the RBI on the single. Bellotta to third. 2 in scoring position. 2-0 Beacons. Framingham State will bring the infield together. Likely bring him in here. Can't afford to allow anything more to cross the plate. So a single for Danahy, give her the RBI. An error on the center fielder allows Bellotta to take third and Danahy to take second. Second error of the game, fourth of the day for Framingham State. Cassidy Gaeta bats next. Popped out to the pitcher and grounded to second in her first 2 at-bats. Infield is in for Framingham State with just 1 away, now down 2-0. Gate out in front of the drop ball. Hit hard, up the middle, and through for a base hit. Gaeta comes through. Bellotta scores. And Danahy will hold it third. RBI single for Cassidy Gaeta. It's 3-0. Runners on the corners and only 1 down. Making a pitching change. Looks like we will have a change here after really good effort from Grace Coy. Only gave up 3 hits over the first 5. Gives up 4 more here right in a row in the 6th. So she goes 5 1/3, 7 hits. She's given up 3 runs at this point earned. Walked only 1. Didn't strike anybody out. She's responsible for the 2 runners on base. And the new pitcher is Marissa Vellucci, who closed out game 1, allowing 1 run over 2 innings in relief for Framingham State. Beacon's trying to push this one out of reach and seal the deal on a doubleheader sweep. 8-0 win in game 1. Brittany Perquette will be next to hit. It'll be her first at bat of the day. 3 for 17 on the season. Perquette, a freshman from Pittsfield, Massachusetts, out west. Couple of changes being announced. Bring them to you shortly. All right, so the pitching change. Marissa Vellucci is into the game for Framingham State. Pinch runner for UMass Boston, Gigi Diuti comes into first, taking Cassidy Gaeta's spot. So both Diuti twins have played today.
Bring the action.
Diuti on first. Kelly Danahy remains on third. Brittany Perquette bats her first at bat of the day after Kiera Pressmack went 1 for 2. Perquette takes a called strike. And 3 for 17. She has scored 5 runs and stolen 3 bases. Perquette takes a called ball low, 1-1. The 1-1 rises high. It's 2-1. 2 across here in the 6th to put the Beacons ahead 3-0. Hayley Catania looked to close out a gem in the 7th. Giving up just 1 run. Giving up just 1 hit All the way back in the first inning, no runs for the Beacons. The freshman Catania. UMass Boston just chased Grace Coy, who had pitched 5 innings, giving up 1 run, giving up a couple more here in the 6th. And Vellucci in now. 3-1 coming to Perquette. And it's a strike, counts full. Drew Washington waits on deck, smoked a line drive in her last at bat. Grounded slowly. This is perfectly done by Perquette. Everybody's safe. Diuti to second. Danahy held at third. Infield single Perquette. Bases loaded for Drew Washington. Washington made a remarkable catch in the top of the 6th, taking away extra bases going down the line and right. Chance to blast this game wide open. The Beacons already up 3-0. Washington takes ball 1. 0 for 2, fly out to right, and that smoked line drive to the second baseman, Ziner. Pitch is down and in for a ball. Two-0. Off the end of the bat at the first baseman. Throw coming home is just in time to get Danahy. Well played by Farrah Adam, the first baseman. Washington reaches on the fielder's choice. Danahy retired. Framingham State manager was upset about something. Larry Miller made his way out, talked to the base umpires. He's arguing that Drew Washington should be out at first. Ball was never thrown to first. Maybe he's saying that she stepped on home plate after she hit the ball. Either way, he will be unsatisfied. Bases stay loaded. The inning will continue. Ali Diute will bat. Bases still loaded for the Beacons, leading 3-0.
The catcher, number 11, Ali Diute.
Diute 0 for 2 in game 2. A fly out and a strikeout. Swinging through the pitch from Vellucci for strike 1. Now the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. It'll be the second time the Beacons leave them loaded if Diute can't come through. That's a ball, 1-2. 2 runs in this inning, 2 big insurance runs. Harlinski scoring, pinch running for Vento after Roxy Vento's single. Bellata scoring after her single, RBIs to Danahy and Gata. Rise is high. Diute trying to bring in her sister, who's the pinch runner on third base right now. Two. It's 3-2. Head starts all the way around. Full count, 2 outs. Here comes the payoff pitch from Vellucci. Up high, ball 4. Diuti works the walk. Diuti scores. Alley to first, Gigi home. It's 4-0. And now Gigi Braga would represent the winning run. Though it looks like we may have a change. Where the Beacons already had 4-0. We will have a substitution in Gigi Braga's spot. Hayley Catania will hit. Her first at bat of this doubleheader. Hayley, a freshman, 0 for 7 on the season, but has a big, powerful swing. This feels like a play where Natalia Ardagna's telling her, go out here, rip one, and end the ball game. Home run would end it, but the Beacons ahead 8-0. Paney is the 9th batter of the inning for UMass Boston. It was 1-0 entering the 6th. It's already 4-0. Big swing from Pena. Comes up empty. Vellucci's 0-1. Misses. Nope, called a strike. 0-2. So for AC Pena, down to her final strike with the bags packed. Vellucci delivers up and away, 1-2. Should be the winning run here in the 6th. Pena off the end of the bat, fights it off, stays 1-2. If she reaches, Giovanna Bonilla is next. Wind has shifted a bit, not blowing quite so much in. Still blowing hard, but more left to right. Rise ball high, gets to the backstop. Safe at the plate. Perquette scores. It's 5-0 off the wild pitch. Washington to third. Diuti to second. Pena swings through it, strike 3, and the inning's over. But not before UMass Boston adds 4 more runs. We head to the 7th. Beacons ahead 5-0. We go to the 7th at the Clark Athletic Center in Boston. Beacons looking to wrap up a double-header sweep. UMass Boston against the Framingham State team that knocked them out of the NCAA tournament last year. Beacons won game 1 8-0. They lead 5-0 here in game 2. An absolute gem being thrown by Hayley Catania. She has faced the minimum of 18 batters through 6 innings, allowing just 1 base runner. A first inning 1-out single from Michaela Moody. Moody was then doubled up on a ground out by Grace Coy. 16 retired for Hayley Catania. 16 in a row. Hayley Catania stays in at shortstop for the Beacons. Cassidy Gata re-enters the game, plays first for UMass Boston. To the top of the order, and Camille DeRochers. Her third at bat, she's 0 for 2. Fly out to left and a pop out to short today for DeRochers. Catania has done all of this with just one strikeout. It came in the second inning. She's retired 16 straight, the majority in the air. Eleven of the 18 outs have come by fly ball. 1 strikeout, 6 groundouts. In fact, 5 groundouts because 1 ground ball was a double play that recorded 2 outs. 2-1. Catania working on DeRochers. Beacons trying to complete the doubleheader shutout. Won 8-0 in Game 1 behind Jess Greenspan. (3-1) in the air, left field, hit well. Heading over into the corner on the slide. It comes up empty. Perquette couldn't quite get there. Runs the count full. (3-2) rises out of the zone. Ball 4. First walk today for Catania. Ends a streak of 16 straight retired. So 1 hit, 1 walk. The 2 base runners for Framingham State. They've yet to have a runner in scoring position in Game 2 of the doubleheader.
Shortstop number 8, Michaela Moody.
Here's Michaela Moody, who's had a huge day for Framingham State. The only hit here in Game 2. 3 hits overall in the doubleheader. Moody takes ball 1. Catania's 1-0, slash down the line, foul. You can just tell that Moody is seeing the ball well today. Keeps on flicking them out. Solid contact, 3 hits. Oh, 1 from Catania. In the air, foul territory. Bellata's there, 1 down.
The designated player, number 18, Grace Coy.
Here's Grace Coy, who stayed in the game as the designated player after she was relieved by Marissa Vellucci. Coy pitched well. 5 1/3 innings, ends up responsible for 5 runs, but only 1 through the first 5. First pitch strike to Coy, who's bounced into a double play and flown out to left. Oh, 1. Off the end of the bat, foul. Coy was out in front. It's 0-2. The pitch, grounded right side. Step on the bag for 1. Throw to second. The tag, no. Well played by Cassidy Gata at first. 2 down. For the first time today in Game 2, Framingham State has a runner in scoring position. Farrah Adam is the last hope for the Rams. You need to string together 5 runs here in this 7th inning. 2 down. Farrah Adam takes a strike. 0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher and a fly out to left. Ground ball, right side throw for a base hit. DeRozier's rounds third. She'll score. And Framingham State finally on the board in the doubleheader. RBI single for Farrah Adam, the second hit today for the Rams. So in the 13th inning of the doubleheader, Framingham State gets on the board. Still 2 away for Layla Pepin. Rise ball is high. Pepin 0 for 2 in the second game of the doubleheader. Fly out to left, fly out to right. Two 2-0. Catania likely tiring a bit trying to finish her way through this game. Last 3 outs always the toughest to get. 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1 to Pepin. Beacons hold on. They go to 14-9, sweep the doubleheader, getting ready to take on Eastern Connecticut State Saturday. Popped up, foul territory, and out. 2-2. Beacons are a strike away from a doubleheader sweep and a little bit of payback to the team that ended their season last year. The 2-2 in the dirt. Diuti does enough to keep the base runner Adam stapled to first. Full pitch coming. Hayley Catania's 3-2 is in the dirt, ball 4. Second walk of the inning, 2 aboard, 2 away. And Kirsten Dick bats next. 1 run already home in the inning. The only run today for Framingham State. Tying runs now in the on-deck circle. First pitch is a ball. One 0. Just high. 2-0. Hayley Catania hadn't walked a batter all game until this inning. 2-0 is fouled off. So 2-1 to Kirsten Dick, who was struck out and grounded out against Catania. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Catania looking for one more, trying to finish it off. Here she comes to the plate. Grounder back to the mound. Catania throws to first and finishes off a doubleheader sweep and a complete game 3 hitter. What an outing by Hayley Catania. She moves to 4-4. Grace Croy falls to 1-5. Complete game 7 innings, 2 hits allowed, 2 walks for Hayley Catania, and 1 earned run. Beacons move to 14-9. Framingham State falls to 7-11. Here's what's coming up next for UMass Boston. They will head on the road in conference play. A couple big series coming up. Eastern Connecticut State this Saturday, 1-3, and then Southern Maine next Thursday, 3-5 on the road. Then they're here Thursday against Lesley University. Time to hand out some thank yous to our production crew. Hardworking crew bringing you everything throughout the course of the day. So for this team and our entire crew, Bill Spalding saying so long after another Beacon doubleheader sweep. UMass Boston wins game 1, 8-0. Game 2, 5-1. Thanks so much for listening on the Beacon.